Our group supports the statement that the United States must create a path by which all illegal immigrants may become full citizens. Roughly 11 million illegal immigrants call the United States home. But there are many misconceptions about these people. One common misconception about illegal immigrants is that they do not pay taxes. In 2010, undocumented immigrants paid an estimated $10.6 billion in state and local taxes. If these immigrants were allowed to legally work in the U.S., then the tax contributions would increase by another $2 billion. Illegal immigrants, yes?
They're actually, last year they took $125 billion worth of government resources and benefits, so they're taking more than they're giving back.
No, they're giving more than they're taking. Because I'm going on. Yeah, okay. So illegal immigrants also have a positive effect on our economy. The common belief that undocumented immigrants use up public benefits such as welfare, food stamps, or Medicaid is incorrect. Most of the programs require proof that you are a citizen with welfare. Even legal immigrants must live in the U.S. for 5 years before qualifying. Nothing. Although if an illegal immigrant has a baby in the United States, the child qualifies for the programs. Now what happens to children? They grow up and will become workers and taxpayers. Although the immigrants do not receive most Social Security benefits, they pay an estimated $13 billion a year to the fund and over $100 billion in the past decade. Plus, economists agreed that illegal immigrants give more than they take. A CBO report on the Comprehensive Immigration Reform Act of 2007 concluded that a path to legalization for immigrants would increase federal revenues by $48 billion. Such a plan would see $23 billion in increased costs from the use of public benefits, but ultimately it would produce a surplus of $25 billion for government coffers. In the end, illegal immigrants have a net positive value on the economy. The largest wave of immigration to the U.S. since the early 1900s coincided with the lowest national unemployment rate and fastest economic growth. Immigrants create new jobs by forming new businesses, buying homes, spending their incomes on American goods. Yeah.
When you say they're creating more jobs by making businesses, a lot of times what they're doing is coming here and they're getting a job that Americans might need, and then they're taking the money and sending it home so that money is circulating through our economy.
Well, also, somewhere Americans don't tour other countries, and it's an estimated that illegal immigrants send home about $50 billion, but Americans spend about twice that amount in other countries touring.
So are we helping them to make a better economy in their actual home?
Well, wait, what did you say?
Since we're spending money in their country, like Central America and Mexico, aren't we helping them by putting more money in the economy from where they're actually from?
Well, that's the same thing. I'm saying, like, the same thing as touring a place, like a different country. We're giving our money to them, and we spend about $100 billion a year doing that. So, I mean, they're also not sending as much. Spending their incomes on American goods and services, paying taxes, and raising the productivity of U.S. businesses. In fact, between 1990 and 2004, roughly 9 out of 10 native-born workers with at least a high school diploma experienced wage gains because of increased immigration. Approximately 8 million illegal immigrants are in the workforce. And deporting these people won't open up 8 million jobs for unemployed Americans, but lose jobs, losing entrepreneurs, consumers, and taxpayers. Rather than taking jobs from American citizens, illegal immigrants generate other opportunities. For example, immigrants can work in areas such as landscaping, retail, agriculture, restaurants, and hotels. They open up jobs for Americans such as management, design and engineering, marketing, and more. The illegal immigrants are complementing American jobs, not taking them.
8 million out of the 11.2 million illegal immigrants in the U.S. are in the workforce. That's 71%. And that's also 8 million jobs that Americans can't have, which drives up our national unemployment rate. To add to this, illegal immigrants are willing to work for less money and in worse conditions than a legal citizen, driving down the working conditions and pay for the rest of us legal citizens. No, thank you. This further widens the already broad gap between the rich and the poor. And a lot of these immigrants, as I said earlier, are arriving in America and sending the money back.
So, like I said in my speech, their jobs are complementing people and opening up middle-class jobs such as like managers. So, like maybe Americans be the managers of like other jobs.
How?
Because they're working maybe as like a lower job, and then Americans can come in and like be the middle ground and be like managers of those people and stuff like that.
Opening up jobs to illegal immigrants only hurts America. By showing people that illegal aliens are welcome into the workforce, it only attracts more undocumented immigrants. That brings me to a second point. Unfortunately, what many of these illegal immigrants are bringing to the United States is crime. From 1999 to April 2006, 240,000 illegal immigrants committed a total of 960,000 sex offenses. Yes.
It has been shown that most illegal immigrants are in prison for being illegal immigrants, not for crime.
Well,
And it showed also that crime rates have gone down in states with the highest immigration population more than states. Crime rates with higher immigration growth are lower than states with.
First of all, when someone gets found as an illegal immigrant, usually they get deported. They don't get put in an American jail. Second of all, where are you getting that statement that says the crime rates are going down?
Immigrationpolicy.org.
Although this study may not be extremely recent, from 1999 to 2006, it still speaks volumes about what a vast portion of the illegal immigrants are doing to our country. More than 60% of the Hispanic gangs in Southern California, whose membership rises in the number in tens of thousands, is illegal. That's 60% of over 10,000. These gangs are involved with drug distribution schemes, extortion, drive-by assassinations, assaults, and robberies. And last year, half of the 400,000 illegal immigrants that were deported back to their home countries were criminals. We cannot just provide a path for these people to come in and wreak havoc in our nation's security. It will slowly tear us to shreds. We have enough crime already without having to let them in, have them just have their little games and such. Even if America allowed the immigrants to traipse into our country, there simply isn't room in the budget for millions of Americans to live here. 11 million illegal immigrants here, which grows by 700,000 a year, already takes $125 billion worth of government-supplied benefits and resources each year. Keep in mind they're here illegally, therefore are not entitled to these benefits. Imagine if every one of those 11 million people came legal and can apply for whatever kind of benefits they need. The way they're getting these benefits is through they're coming here pregnant or to be pregnant, and they're having their kids here, taking advantage of the 14th Amendment. It says, if you have a child, if you're born here, you're a citizen. So if you have a child that's born here, they can't deport you because your child is here, and they can't separate you from your child. The United States does not have the capacity to pay for this, nor do we have the housing space for this. The Obama administration spent $18 billion on immigration programs last year. That's more than the budget for all other federal law enforcement agencies that year combined. And all these programs would allow illegal immigrants to stay in America after a life of hiding or providing a path for them to enter our country without care for our security or land. Many of them are coming here to make a quick buck and are returning home, so they're not really interested in the well-being of our nation. Yes?
Most want the American dream and want to come and work and be like us.
That's a common myth about illegal immigrants. Some of them, I agree, are coming here to flee violence, but we could help them create a better home in their actual homeland, and that's a win-win. Or we want to house them, and we could try to spend some of our money to make better their society, and a lot of them are coming here to spread their drugs and etc. Yes.
Okay, first of all, it's not like as simple as just like taking a step over the border to get into our country. You can't, it's not that
Time.
easy. So, can I keep going? Do you think that they would do all that work just to like, oh, wake up one day and say, let me just murder all these people so I can get deported? Like, no, most people work to come over here so that they can get a job and like live the American dream basically. Like, they don't wanna risk deportation, like they wanna,
Well, most of them are coming here to sell their drugs and